Squad, I'm not even gonna waste your time. Let's just get into this video because I've never seen something like this before. So this was posted to Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. Hellcat Charger, wide body, black wrap, gold stripes, and the gold Hellcat emblem on the side. Looks like they were at some sort of car meet / takeover. It looks like a car meet. Cops, I don't know why, but they're literally stabbing this guy's tires. Like, let's just look at the video. You see the Hellcat rolling? They're stabbing his tires with a knife. Stab the front. It's like 4 cops surrounding him. This is from another angle from a different car. This next angle coming up here. They're stabbing his back tire with a knife, like stabbing it, trying to flatten the tires. The owner's screaming at him, yelling at him, rolls up the window, and he rolls out. They're stabbing his tire. This Hellcat is clean, and they're literally stabbing his tires. Let's go back. Let's watch it from the beginning. So they're stabbing the front tires. You can even see the officer on the other side. He's stabbing him too. So they're stabbing his tires, trying to deflate his tires. Stab the front set. This is from another POV from a different car. The cops, I guess they're like, screw it, we're out of here. They're stabbing the back tires now. Stabbing him real good. The owner's screaming at him. Roll the window down, he's going off. I'm sure the tires were flattened at some point. I don't see the air coming out, because normally when you flatten or puncture a tire like that, normally the air, the nitrogen or whatever will just kind of spew out. Maybe they didn't get deep enough. I don't know, but that's crazy. I don't even know where this is located. I think it's in California somewhere, but I mean, that's just wild. It doesn't get any crazier than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen something like that, but based on my previous videos, that just lets you know police are, you know, they're getting tired of the Mopars, this situation. You know what I'm saying? Not even necessarily Mopars specifically, but just kind of the car community in general. Like, things are getting bad to the point where it's like, when you see a cop that's taking out his damn tactical knife, or tactical blade rather, and stabbing your tires, trying to deflate your tires on your Hellcat, that's when you know things are getting bad. You know, obviously I don't think something like that would happen here in Charlotte, and it probably wouldn't happen in most cities and states near you. But just to see something like that happening is crazy. Now, mind you, I don't know what this guy did. If he did something that was egregious, I would imagine they would be breaking his windows trying to yank him out. But it didn't even seem like they were trying to get him out. It really just seemed like they were trying to vandalize his car almost, or somehow or another, you know, incapacitate his car, like to completely stop, disable his car rather is what I'm looking for. They were just trying to disable his car. Like, they didn't even look like they was trying to get him. Like, you know, like I know, if it's a murder stop or a drug stop, or you hit somebody type deal and they want to get you out of the car and you tried to speed off, like, they're going to be breaking your window with the baton trying to yank you out. In this case, I don't even see the police trying to get him out. It looks like they were literally just trying to disable his vehicle, like trying to stab his damn tires with their tactical blades on both sides. Both of the cops were doing it. You could see one clear as day. The other one was on the other side. He was stabbing the front passenger tire, and they were just trying to flatten his tires. I don't know if maybe it was a situation because they thought he was going to run. Now, that happened. Something similar to that, not quite as extreme, happened in Charlotte, and you guys have seen it because I posted it in my previous videos, where my homegirl got pulled over in her wide body Charger, squad body Challenger. And before the state trooper even got out of his car, he basically told her to throw the keys out the window. Turn the car off, throw the keys out the window, because he was afraid that she was going to take off and run. So this could be that situation here with this particular Hellcat Charger, was that they were afraid that he was going to take off and run. And as a result, they're like, obviously he's not going to throw the keys out the window, and he's certainly not going to stop. I mean, he's got a 700 horsepower muscle car. Why would he? We've got to do something to get him to stop. We're going to flatten his damn tires, you know? And they end up flattening his tires, or trying to flatten his tires, because it didn't look like they were punctured all the way. But if you can see the blade, like that blade looked like it got in there pretty deep. But that's crazy, man. I think this is somewhere in California. I feel like I've seen this Hellcat Charger before. It's clean, man. Clean black wrap with the gold pinstripes going down the middle, and then it's got the gold Hellcat emblem on the side. Clean Charger Hellcat. Clean, clean, clean. But if you know this guy or you know his page, tag him in the description, because I'm just going to tag where I found the video at. But that's crazy, man. Like, that's where these departments are. That's where these police departments are getting at this point, is that they're at the point where they're just fed up with the bullshit, and it's just going to get desperate. You know what I'm saying? Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I guess a lot of departments are at that point. Now, this right here is a really extreme example. I don't even know if this guy, he may have some sort of legal ground to stand on to sue these cops for trying to do that. Because if he wasn't causing any kind of public panic or harm to the public, or if he wasn't, you know, following police officers' commands, maybe there were no commands that were given kind of thing, I don't see why, or legally why, they would be able to slash this guy's tires or puncture his tires. Like, that right there sounds like damage to the citizen's property. Like, I've just never seen something like this before. You know, that's wild to me. That's insane to me, to be quite honest with you. Now, mind you, we've seen police departments lay out the tire spikes and spike your car. So maybe along those lines, these instances or situations are somewhat similar, where it's like, well, we could have just laid out the spikes and punctured all 4 of your tires, but instead we just pulled out our tactical blade and started trying to puncture, you know, 2 out of the 4 of your tires. Maybe that falls along the same lines, you know, legally speaking. But I just thought that was crazy, man. And I thought it was crazy that of all cars, it would be a Hellcat Charger, which is what most of us drive. Hellcats and Scat Packs, Chargers and Challengers. But yeah, man, getting back to the original point, I mean, a lot of the police departments are just getting tired of the, you know, car community in general. And it's not all of the car community. It's just a few knuckleheads that mess it up for everybody. It's the ones that want to do burnouts in the parking lots. It's the one that wants to do burnouts in the intersections, that want to take over intersections. They're the ones that generate the most heat for everyone else. You know, 9 times out of 10, I mean, this guy probably wasn't even doing anything at this car meet, but other people started turning up around him, and they probably saw a bright, you know, loud Hellcat Charger, and it's like, okay, so we know that he was doing something at some point. Let's go ahead and stab his damn tires. And that's oftentimes what happened, is just because of the climate of everyone else and the stupid stuff that they're doing, even in my city, Charlotte, North Carolina, because of the stupid ass takeovers that's been happening downtown and honestly just around the city, there's a heightened level of awareness from police when it comes to cars in general. You know, you do one burnout, that falls under that new legislation that I talked about, the street takeover legislation. Like that can be up to interpretation to a lot of these police officers. You know what I'm saying? You do a burnout while you're in traffic just to show off or just to spin your tires a little bit, and before you know it, you're considered, you know, act of street takeover. And before you know it, your car is getting seized and you're going to jail. And, you know, like I said, it's the actions of few that mess up the you know, the community. And I think that's what happened here. It's probably just, you know, it wasn't even him. Maybe it was somebody else turning up, and the cops was like, well, he's clearly involved because he's driving a Hellcat Charger, stereotyping Mopars, and as a result, this guy's tires got punctured. We didn't see the full video, so we don't know what happened. But it's weird because it's like they tried to puncture his tires and then they just kind of walked away. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was something where they were trying to block people in, flatten people's tires so that they couldn't leave. If that's the case, that lets you know that these police departments are damn well getting desperate, because they're trying to flatten people's tires so they can't leave a car meet or a takeover or something like that. Because it's like, listen, we got to flatten these tires so that we can get more units on the way and get these cars seized and get these people arrested. That's wild. But that just lets you know where we're at right now. You got police officers stabbing people's tires, trying to flatten them so that they can seize their car, I guess. But as always, guys, just be safe out there, man. If you're going to these car meets, I mean, keep your head on the swivel, because just keep your head on the swivel, because and it's one of those things. Like, one thing about me is I don't like going to car meets and car shows where, for one, I know they're going to be turning up at some point, and two, there's only one entrance. I don't like that. I mean, that's the equivalent of going into a building with one entrance. Like, I'm that kind of guy. When I walk into a building, I'm looking for all the entrances and exits. I'm looking for all the points of entry and the points of exit. You know, I want to know all that stuff. And when I pull into a car meet and it's behind a manufacturing plant or some shit like that, and there's only one entrance and one exit, that's automatically a red flag. That's a no-go. Just because when 12 pulls up, they don't even have to chase you. All they got to do is block you in. Because 9 times, like, I'm not going off-roading in this car. I can't. So that's just a no-go. And 9 times out of 10, this particular video right here, probably one entrance, one exit. And they were just blocking people in and trying to fuck them up. I've seen that happen quite a lot, especially in North Carolina recently, and even in Charlotte more specifically. So just be careful out there, guys. You know, these police departments, they're getting serious about it, man. They're trying to shut this shit down. Rightfully so, I understand, because, you know, this takeover situation is gaining a lot of momentum on social media, and it's making a lot of people uncomfortable, including residents of the city, police officers, other car guys like myself. Is making a lot of people uncomfortable. So I get it, man. But as always, man, be safe out there. It's been your boy Knockout 360. I'll see you guys.